Attention gamers. Today I would like to talk about Guardian Angels and how I plan to take the toxic tiltfest of torment known as League of Legends solo queue and make it my female dog by proving why rushing this item as an ADC is the key to free LP. So let's break this down. GA is more than just a resurrection against solo queue players, it's also a deterrent. Is there a Deadpool cosplayer on the other team who is obsessed with drawing X's on you? Get a GA and you have just purchased one Fed Zed be gone. But if you are like me, you typically buy the item late in a game just to waste its effect once by dying alone in the middle of their team because you have the game sense of a cardboard box, then the game ends before you can benefit again. So buying it first gives you the full game to get multiple uses out of it, but it also allows you to have it in lane situations where it actually has value. Let's use this play as an example. Here you see me walk in a predictable and straight line which results in an awkward chat with a hooker. My support tries to salvage the situation, but sometimes I'm just too stupid to be saved, and that's where first item GA comes to play. As you see, Thunder Thighs greeds to take me down, but as I am doing my best Jesus Christ reenactment, my lane mom finishes off the job. Then we chase down the skeleton to show that 2 is greater than 1 before having a quick run in with 2 chains to put me on a rampage. Without GA, I die like a dum-dum and then they team up for the double. With GA I get a right-click rampage to start rolling this snowball. Getting this item first also helps when your full health support has the confidence of the fat kid in a Planet Fitness commercial, causing you to take matters into your own hands by tanking tower yourself. And it also helps when you get asked to play the role of the victim in said tower dives. Not to mention the cost comparison versus other items. The current market value for an Infinity Edge is steep as hell when you consider how many minutes that much money can buy you with a Janna.
For only $2.95 a minute, I will leave you breathless.
Come to Mundo!
Compare that to the cost of a GA and you'll see why I first decided to rock it on this British bombshell, which resulted in me surviving my own stupidity time and time again until it was time to get freaky in the fountain. But wait. For a limited time only, if you take these runes right now, we will knock the price down by a whopping 650 gold, making all this value available to you for just the small one-time price of 2150. That is unless you buy your GA before the item materializes like I did in the second game of this video, proving once again that my intelligence levels are just a few fries short of a happy meal. But it's worth noting that if you have a game where you check the op.gg before it starts and wonder why your autofilled support has a cinderblock next to their name, only to realize that it is to show what was repetitively dropped on their head as a baby, causing them to do things like this on repeat until the enemy team has been sufficiently fed, your entire team won't hesitate to flame you with this build as the reason for losing, because after all, this is League of Legends. PS, big announcement related to me, and this, and more of this at the end of the video, so don't get clickbaited away from me before then. Now if you are ready to see the value of this strategy proven on both Miss Thunder Thighs Kaisa and then counting Dracula Jhin, please slap that upward thumb button and subscribe for more. The first game starts off with me against Miss Bubblegum Boobies and both of us rocking little magic midgets as our sidekicks. I pepper the pretty pirate till a purple 4-stack indicates her anus is ready to be probed, but the chubby chode commander lays down the no-bone zone and the little pixie shit walks right into it before waking up and making me swollen to help me secure the kill. A few minutes later and I am already being swaddled in the winds of immortality, so I use this safety blanket to do a quick psych threesome time bitches, which prompts her to burn heal at 80% health as I chase the clearly startled sex bot. Then I try to ignite her with my heal, which just makes me look like a moron as they escape. But I am not done yet, so I ask the little Harry Potter simp to do a fairy flick as I find myself stuck in a circle of shame and gated inside the gumball grope fest before I do a danger dash to finish off tiny Dumbledore. Then I ping to show that I am down to clown and the little pixie shit acknowledges by doing absolutely nothing, so I take matters into my own hands to tap that tush and disrespect this statue by taking a nap in its personal space before waking up and politely declining a Lux laser. I find myself all alone in lane again as teeny weeny Wanda is busy up top being useless, but I didn't put on my alien wings just to tower farm, so I jump to jiggle tits and take her down. Then I decide to prove why I have to tell jokes to make up for my gameplay as I bum rush the bush and get Area 52'd before continuing the sped slobber saga by opting out of the escape path toward Tri-Bush by thinking I can land 4 autos and a Q before he pushes one button. Turns out I was wrong, to which the hobbling virgin just can't resist the opportunity to be an all-chat asshole. But it's all good because I am surrounded by my own fart stank again, which means I can be the playmaking plasma patty that my team needs as the tie-dyed lizard comes bot and Fruit Loops the suckers, so I stamp a one-way ticket to the stupid and alone under Tower Express as my team just sits there with their dicks in their hand as I am stunned and tanking tower for them until the troll doll finally comes in to eat the meal I served on a platter for him, and you see the power of GA prevail again. Then I figure since I am 5-1 with decent CS, I should be able to hold my own against their fed top laner, only to be reminded that I am still playing a fucking ADC as I lose a 1v1 against his pet under my own tower. Me and the group of misfit toys get a call that there is some statue vandalizing going down mid, so we run in and I first send Sergeant Small Peen back to Weenie Hut Juniors before starting my pursuit on that blonde light-bending babe. She puts Pixie Nips in timeout for lighting her on fire, so I do a flash purple splash to mash that piece of ass. We are just waiting for the fam to all get here so we can go dragon tipping when the hunchback of making me lose this game comes in, so we decide that if my entire team blows all their cooldowns, we might be able to 5v1 their top laner, which I guess works until the rest of his team shows up and the only ult left is Nico's, which gets used against a freaking bush, forcing us to take part in the fail and flee festival. I do the flee part and my jungler does the fail. Then the mafia man sees my support and thinks she is a fairy godmother as he tries to catch up to her so that he can make a wish to get his cigar back, but I put on my PR Riot Games hat and swoop in to put an end to such a nonsensical request. The sad and short troll doll decides to show us how effective a full AP Amumu that doesn't use his abilities is, as I hit my bolt to baby button and take down the all chat asshole before getting put in the smoking section as I burn my heal at 100% health for the second time this game, and the loser lizard pings that she's on her way to a fight that ended 10 seconds ago. Once again my entire team is busy trying to figure out why this grave-digging dickhead is 4 levels ahead of us, which allows the rainbow round ass to go full-blown flamethrower on my entire team. So I run up to get her number but fail to notice Vhagar in the middle of that pile of minions, which lands me a spot on the stun bus. I wake up to do a little scooty for that booty as Tiny Dumbledore hits his win the fight button to summon a resurrecting Rav. The first matter of business is to break out of jail, and then I try and save my support from overextending and getting herself killed, but some things are just not possible as I clean up the giggling garden gnome. One more team fight breaks out where you see Lizzie the low IQ lizard bait out every Lulu cooldown just to ult nothing but the same fucking bush she ulted last time and die. Then the shovel shitter proves once again that when you get ahead as a top laner, a Riot employee comes to your house and massages your feet, constantly checking in to make sure you have everything you need. And eventually the juggernaut Jagoff catches me, and this begs to be another example that there is no I in team, but yet another team of mine sought to prove that there are 4 I's in inting idiots. So to continue with the theme of idiots and 4, I decided to try out the GA rush strategy on Jhin in this second game, and for reasons that should be obvious to anyone who frequently watches my content, I start this one off 0-1, but a big boy roam up river results in a surprise visit to wall hopping Humphrey as my support pounds the ground to show that he has malicious intentions that won't be acted on because he's bad at this game, as the dagger douche makes his grand escape until a scarecrow scares the piss out of him and I come in to collect a big paycheck. We come back bot as my lane dad goes to drop a pink off at daycare with the other pinks as the walking submarine tries to anchor this anus, but my armored bull comes back to make him jump and I follow up with a purple peen to seatbelt the shitter. I then zoom out to go duck hunting and the skinny bikini model tries to be a bodyguard, but that bony butt is just too skinny to block these bullets as I take him down. I find myself in a pickle because my cow was recently milked leaving me alone under tower, but I have a stopwatch that my dumbass didn't use to build into my GA, so I pop that bad boy now to delay my death by a whopping 2 seconds. But first item GA doesn't fail this guy literally as my teammate is asking why I built it in chat. I come back to life and ask the metal moron to wait up for a sec so I can tell him a secret. He obliges, so I catch up to tell him there was no secret and scream 4 in his iron ear hole instead. Then the bombshell in the bikini got too creeped out by me whispering things at her all game, so she bails and shows mid, to which I get a bold idea. I figure since I am 3-1, I can probably 1v1 a feeding support, but he informed me that I am stupid for assuming such a thing because he is more broken than the stopwatch in my bags as I root the rust bust and zoom out to compliment the fashionably late cow Kepow with a kill shot. My jungle wants to know if we want to be bush buddy pedophiles together, and I can't say no to that offer, so we chill until the victim shows. We chase Miss Water Panties until the steel shitbag gives me the hook, but I recover with a long-range purple peen, which results in her getting knocked up and sent home. We catch the Beyblade boy out of position, so we try to dick him in his mud dungeon, but the pussy parkours his way out, and that's enough to prompt me to go Triangle of Terror as I send a few scouting missiles before locking on and launching a long boy at the loser to add some length to my bank account. My team is all lined up to get a tour inside of that submarine's asshole, so I join in only to be accused of cutting the line by some psychopath trying to murder me, so I flash my way out and start taking the scenic route to safety as the team fight continues. I am in the home stretch to surviving such a shitfest when my quote-unquote support decides to knock a raging gorilla right into my fucking fragile face to just hand Harambe a free shutdown. We siege the base and my teammates don't feel like waiting the 3 more seconds to wait for minions to get to tower, so they opt to let it etch a sketch an entire Mona Lisa on their asses as the hungry scarecrow flashes to get to the graveyard faster, and I make sure the murder doesn't go unpunished. Then we all group up to play a quick game of Tickle the Tin Twat as their mid laner spawns, and you just know that Circle Jerker is coming straight for me. But luckily I got the winning wins around me again, so his targeted vendetta ends in a V for me, because he got no G, and was forced to flee. The game ends up turning into a non-stop attempt for them to try and pop my GA, only to repetitively fall short and die. Then I make a nice catch on the British bombshell to send her back to the beach before putting a stop to some monkey business back at base to help finish off the close game. And with that, I would like to say that if you are a death-prone player like myself, you'll love being swaddled by the early game wins of immortality. Now, as promised at the beginning of the video, I would like to announce the launch of a second duo channel with Heisman, where we will be breaking the bot lane meta with troll picks and comps. The channel name is Rav and Heis, and the link is in the description, so go drop a sub there as videos will start in July. And I will also be streaming soon on Twitch under the name Hardstuck Rav, so go be my first subscriber and get some dank Rav emotes. Pet your dog, jerk your ween, show me love on Twitch, and brush your teeth tonight. Rav out.